Monday. Oh my goodness. It is Monday, but I feel pretty good. If you've been following along, I had a little whirlwind trip this past weekend, but I'm super thrilled to be back here in the craft room today creating with Concord 9th. I know you all love to see the new release from Concord 9th, and if you haven't checked it out already, I have a pre-recorded video on my channel that shares the entire release from Concord 9th and Christina Werner. There's links there, but I've also included links to the new release below, so if you want to check anything out today, you can. I'm going to be using that brand new release from Concord 9th today to create a fun card. Honestly, I've never played with this set before. I have an idea of how it's going to work, but we're going to explore it together, and I'm really excited about that. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Carissa Wiley. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so glad all of you are here, whether you're watching live or on the replay. It means so much that you spend your time here. And when you come here, I hope that you leave inspired, and I hope that you find a little joy and a little light in this part of your day. So thanks for being here. If you are watching live, I love it when you kind of chat along in that live chat over there. You can ask questions. Stephanie is saying that grandbaby. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I did see my grandbaby this weekend, which is the second time, and he's only 5 weeks old. He lives in Arkansas. I live in California. What a blessing that was. Wanted to say a couple of things. If you're watching on the replay, be sure to leave me a comment, because I know you can't chat along in the live chat, but I love it when you leave me comments. I always try to go in there. I read them all. I try to go in there and heart them all. I reply as often as I can. Today, like I mentioned, I will have links to all the new release in the YouTube description below. You can shop that too in one of two ways. There's a visual supply list where it says for a visual supply list, click here. If you click that, that's going to bring up a new window that shows you pictures, because I know we all like to shop by pictures. So you can do that, or you can go to the individual links that are listed in the YouTube description and find links there. I do have a release. I do have a giveaway for you today. If you are watching live, the way that you enter is to chat along in that live chat. And at the end of this live stream, I am going to pick a winner from those comments. My shirt says So Lovely. It is our women's group at church. We call it Lovely, the Lovely Ladies. So it says So Lovely. It's one of my church sweatshirts. So anyway, I will have that giveaway for you. The caveat is that you have to live in the United States. If I pick someone and they don't live in the United States, I'm going to just send you a digital gift card code so that you can use that instead. So hello, everyone. Hello. I see all of you chatting along. I see friends from Germany. I see friends that are here all the time and new faces. So Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button today, whether you're watching live or on the replay. And don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notifications here. Follow me on Instagram. There is so much happening this week. So much. So much. Did I mention there's a lot happening this week? There is. So be sure you're following along. So let's get down to the desktop. And we're going to have a look at some of the things that we're going to be creating with. I'm going to mix and match today. I'm going to do some Concord 9th. I might bring in a sentiment from Christina Werner. Not sure yet, but you can see my color palette. Quintessential Carissa, right? Nothing mind-blowing here. Watermelon nectar, grapefruit honeycomb, lemongrass, grasshopper, sea glass, and mushroom instead of a true black. I want to focus on the scalloped Petals bundle, but I also think I might bring in this stripe stamp from the Silly Goose set and possibly even the Hillside Die. We're going to play with this and we're going to see how it goes. Margie said I hit the notification and thumbs up at the same time. I love that. Yes. So thank you all so much for doing that in advance. Welcome, international friends. Yes, Stephanie's saying welcome. Let me show you what I have to give away. I have a bundle from Concord 9th. This is the plain amazing stamps and coordinating dies. This creates a really fun, like, plain window. I just was digging this because just got off a plane last night at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. I guess it was. So I will send this to the winner of today's giveaway. And I think that will be so fun. Gail says Concord 9th is so inspiring. I agree. You guys love Concord 9th. I love Concord 9th. And really good people over there. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for showing your support by clicking those links in the YouTube description. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by creating, I've done 0 things for this card. So I haven't yet die cut anything. I haven't started it, but basically you can make a scalloped card that has this large floral. I don't know what kind of flower this is. Is this a tulip? I'm not real sure. But it will have this scalloped floral on the top. It goes across the A2 size card. So you have your base here, you have your leaves. There's this adorable little ladybug, which we're going to make out of some watermelon cardstock because I thought that would make a really fun ladybug. So we're going to just get started with our die cutting. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I need new cutting plates. I have them over there. I just haven't dug them out. But I think for the floral, I need 2 of these. I know this for sure. I've never played with this. I'm just going by a little blurb that I read. And so I'm guessing on all of this, but I think it's going to be pretty easy. I need 2 of the floral, like, large pieces. I need the stem, which I'm going to cut from, this is lemongrass. So I'm going to cut 1 from nectar. I'm going to cut the stem from lemongrass, and then we'll keep die cutting here, and I'll show you why we need 2 here in just a bit. So we'll run that through. How's everybody doing? As I mentioned, I spent the weekend, well, I spent basically a day in Oklahoma. I saw my son, I saw my oldest daughter, I saw my grandbaby. He's a doll. He's so good. He's a good boy. And we went to church together. We saw my husband's grandmother, who is turning 91 tomorrow, which is also my 25th wedding anniversary. We got married on her birthday. I don't know what color I want the back part of my floral to be, so I'm going to die cut it out of grapefruit for now. And I am going to take this piece here, which is like the stamen of the florals. I'm going to die cut that from honeycomb. This is one of my favorite yellows. I know a lot of people love buttercup, and it's a great, bright, like true yellow, but I love a yellow that's a little more toned. Our ice is finally melting, thank heavens. Oh my goodness. Speaking of ice, we saw some snow in the parking lot when we were in Oklahoma this weekend, but I have to tell you, the weather was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous weather. I've never been there when it's been that beautiful. So was thrilled to be there and have good weather. We had a lot of driving that we had to do. It was a couple-hour drive on one of the days to go see Grandma. And so super happy to have beautiful weather. The flower is fun. Happy anniversary to you and Mr. Glitter. Thank you so much, Sydney. We're celebrating on Wednesday because there is an event going on tomorrow night, and life's really busy this week. It's all good things. Life is busy this month. Like I said, all good things, but just trying to really take it all in stride, right? Okay, so I cut the body of the ladybug out of mushroom instead of a true black. And now I'm going to also die cut the overlay in watermelon as well. And then all I have left to die cut is the leaf layers, which are optional. Oh, is Megan here? Hi, Megan. You're late, but we're just starting and I haven't done any prep work. And so we're just exploring together. We're chatting about my trip this last weekend. Gosh, so much going on, but life is good. Life is good. Okay, so we need 2 leaf layers, and then I'm going to show you how you use kind of these funky little dies that are included in the set, which I'm guessing on just by, I haven't seen anybody do this, like IRL in real life. Okay, so let's take these little pieces off, not with my fingernails, and we're going to cut some leaf layers here. And we're going to do some stamping on them, some ink blending. Lynette says she's late, but we're okay with that. We're just getting started. I love the watermelon color too, Margie. It's like I can't quit using it. It's just, I know maybe people get tired of that, but I love the color so much. Okay, so we have all of the pieces created. Now, what this piece here, this is a funny looking piece. You can see there's a lot of metal of it on the top, but there's only one cutting edge and it's at the bottom here. So this is designed that you can layer the floral and have a darker color on the inside or the back part of the floral and a lighter color, so you would have it kind of cut out. So what you need to do is with this die, you need to take it and line it up with the scallops on the top of this floral piece. Now this is the front floral piece, not the back floral piece. So we're gonna line that up with the scallops, make sure that the top part of this, which does not have a cutting edge along this top part, it's gonna cut down here. So you can see how it's going to cut in a curve to create a different layer. And this is such a genius idea. So I'm just lining it up, getting it onto my magnetic mat so it will stay in place. So we're gonna run that through, and then this is what we're left with. So now we have the piece that goes in front and the piece that goes in back. And I have watermelon and I have grapefruit here because honestly, I'm not sure what color I want to use. The grapefruit is like good tone on tone, but the watermelon and the nectar together are just so pretty, and I think I might have to use that. Okay, so this piece then that is cut away from that front piece, we can just toss that. Now the next piece that's in this, what is the measurements on this? Oh, well, let's see here. We are at about 3 1/4 inch tall and 4 1/4 inches wide. So it fits on an A2 size card perfectly. So did I say 3 1/4? Yep, 3 1/4 tall, 4 1/4 wide. So you're gonna get a nice big floral. Now you can use this and you can create a fold line on this and create an opening here. You can put this on an A2 size card base. Like I said, we're gonna dress this up, doll it up, and give it some, some pizzazz here in just a moment. But I wanna show you this other die that's included in the set. Okay, this is a scallop die. And you guys are already voting. I love that. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon makes a pop. Okay, you guys can vote. I'm paying attention. This other piece is really for your card base. Now, this is kind of cool because you can use the scallop piece to create just a scallop card base, or you can use it with this set. So like this piece can be used for other card projects as well. I'm gonna grab a scoring tool, and this is sea glass cardstock. I'm gonna score it at 4 1/4 to create an A2 size card, okay? Now this will not work on a top folding card because we're gonna use that die along the top side of this card base. And so it would cut the fold line of a top folding card off. But for this, what we can do, I didn't get that quite right. Let me see if I can straighten that out just a little. What we can do is take this, line it up just right along the top of our card, and then cut away the top of the card. And then this would fit right along the card front. And we would have like our little floral here. Isn't that fun? So optional, or if you didn't want to use that, you could position this higher and have the scallops come above the card front, but then this is not going to be an A2 size card. So it's better if you want to keep it in an A2 size envelope to just line this up and cut this away. So I'm gonna grab, I'm digging on Easy C tape these days. Isn't that cute? I know, it's so much fun. Mindy's here. Hi, Mindy. I see someone says they didn't order this one, but they need to. It's a fun little set. And like I said, I haven't played with it yet, but I'm going to take this, and Mindy can tell me because she's already created with this release whether I'm doing this properly, but I'm basically lining this up edge to edge along the top, and I'm going to hold this die in place with some Easy C tape. Digging on the Easy C tape. Why am I digging on the Easy C tape so much these days? That's because it just doesn't ever tear my paper. I said what I said, okay? And for those of you who are newer, you may not be familiar with Easy C tape, but it's great. It's a good tape. I never had it rip paper, says Adriana at Company. Yes, agreed. And I pulled it out the other day for something, and I have to tell you, it's just good tape for this. Now it's really actually designed to like highlight things. Like you could put it over a piece of printed paper and highlight, and then you would be able to remove it. So it's an interesting product that wasn't really designed for crafting, but it's great for crafting. So now I have this piece here that is my card base that has the scallop top that will now align perfectly with my little floral piece. Do you see that? Just like that. So now we have a scallop top, and this card will open like this. Okay, now the other option is to make this a panel and to create like a hinge here to open up this. Now there's two ways you could do this. You can cut that. I'm going to demonstrate this here. I want to use the colors. And so if you want to create an opening floral, you could start with a folded piece of 4 1/4, like a card base. And I've lost my, I'm looking around because I've lost my scoreboard. Here we go. Let me show you another way to use this. So this is an A2 size card, right? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, not top folding, it's side folding. There's some leaf blowing happening in the outside right now, so just keep that in mind. And then what you can do, oh my goodness, they're like right outside my window, is take this. Now, on this left edge over here, I'm gonna allow the cut line of the die to overhang the fold. So I don't see how there's like a little gap. I'm gonna push that as close to the edge as I can. I'm going to actually flip this back over. I'm going to flip that as close to the edge as I can without cutting that fold line off. And then I'm going to hold that in place again with some Easy C tape. I'm just showing you a variation of this, okay? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it as close to that fold line without cutting it off. I'm going to hold this in place, and then just before I cut it, I'm just going to flip this and make sure I'm a little close on that cut line. So I'm just going to release it. And do you see how the blade right there of that edge, that left edge, is beyond my fold line, okay? Now, when I run this through, I'm going to be left with this flower that can hinge open. Ha, thank you for the anniversary wishes. So now you have a hinged flower. Hold on. That can be the opening portion of your card. Now you can still take this, open it up, use this piece here, and cut the front part. So you could line this up. Let's do this. Now, this would be harder to get a two-tone effect, which is why I didn't really want to use I want to use this, but I didn't really want to use this but I'm going to see if we can kind of hijack this a little bit and maybe create a two-tone effect. Hello, Peggy. You missed the notification. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So then we have this, where this can be the hinge, right? I'm thinking, what if we just put this here, we go over the front, and then we nestle this inside. So in order to do this, we may have to trim a little bit off of this edge here, but I think we could do this and still make it a two-tone. So let's see if we can do this. All right. So you could do ink blending to make it two-tone as well. However, I just like a solid cardstock. Okay, so to do this, what I'm going to do is I am going to take that edge and just trim like the teeniest sliver off. I don't even know if you guys can see the teeniest sliver. We're gonna see if we can make this work just like this. Okay, teeny tiny little sliver. Let's see if it will work now, because we have to keep it out of the way of the folding mechanism, right? So we do this, we have that, and then we have this. Cute, cute, right? Love. Okay. So now that's what we're going to do. We're going to adhere this to that, and we will have this opening flower on the front. Okay, but before we do that, we got to doll these die cuts up, right? We're going to do a little ink blending. Oh, I love that you guys love this hinge idea. I mean, Concord and 9th, like, they showed examples of this on their product page, which is where I was like, huh. Let's do that. Okay, so let's grab a blending brush and some watermelon ink, and let's do this. Gonna blend off just a little bit onto my work surface here so that I don't get like huge ink blobs on it, and we're just kind of intensifying. If you want to really intensify this blending, you can use poppy ink on watermelon and it looks amazing. Okay, let's blend down a little bit along this curve too. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of give it just a little bit of shading, and then I'm gonna move and I'm gonna stick with watermelon ink Is C9 going to have a 2026 color palette? Honestly, I don't know. Okay. And then we're going to take this watermelon ink and go on the nectar as well. Now, watermelon ink on nectar cardstock might be my favorite thing ever. So pretty. And it's just, I mean, look at this, you guys. It's so pretty. Okay, not going overboard, but adding a little blending here. Hopefully that little bit will kind of sink in just a little bit more, and maybe I can just grab a little ink and kind of blend it out just a bit. Okay, I think we're good there. Now, the sentiments for this set, there's a couple that fit on this floral here, and then there's a couple that like curve around the base of it. So there's a couple ways that you can use the sentiments, which is a lot of fun as well. All right. So now we have that, and that's our floral. Let's do some ink blending on our leaves, our leafery as well. Cute, says Crafty Hints Chantel. Thank you. So glad you guys are liking it. I love this palette. I could use it all the time. And honestly, I used there's a new cardstock pack, like a color palette pack from Concord 9th that's displayed with this release. And I took my jumping off point from there. It had grapefruit in it. I kind of subbed out the grapefruit for nectar and watermelon, but that's a great place. Like, it's a good jumping off point for color palettes as well, is their cardstock packs that they create. Okay, so for these, we have lemongrass and grasshopper is my leafery colors. I'm gonna do lemongrass on lemongrass and grasshopper on grasshopper. Nothing mind-blowing there. But we're gonna add a little bit of shading to this. Okay. I got the color palette cardstock kit. Love those. Yeah, it's a great, and if you have a lot of the cardstocks, you can kind of create your own palette from it if you already have, you know, several of those colors. Or it's a great way to inspire or even pull off of it for another palette, right? Okay, so let's do that. Just a little bit of blending there to add some shading. And then grasshopper, we're gonna add, let's see how these go on here before I do this. They go like this. So we're going to take and do just a little blend on these. And then we're gonna stamp from the stamp set. There is like a striped piece that can kind of add some more detail to your leafery. So now that we have that done, let's wipe up the mat so we don't get lemongrass ink everywhere, right? I love the C9 colors and would love to add them to my collection. For someone who's trying to get started in adding, you know, a new palette to their collection, what I would recommend is finding the colors that you're seeing people use over and over again and starting with a couple of colors that you love and then building from there. And like I said, those C9 color palettes, they're a great way to kind of get your feet wet in the colors too and feel out what you like. So don't feel like you have to do, you know, all of them at once. Now I'm going to use a block for this. Now I know this is crazy, but I'm just kind of crazy like that. So let's just do this grasshopper on grasshopper. And we're going to do this. So I'm just going to look down through the stamp, line it up with my die cut. It's a little larger than the die cut, so we're good there. We have that going on. Okay, let me show you. Not fun. It's kind of a fun little thing. And then let's do it on this one as well. Just like that. Have that little detail. It's just kind of a fun way to kind of modernize that just a little bit. Totally optional detail. You can do it with or without the stripes, just depending on what you're feeling. But isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, love that so much. Now, I was thinking, is this something that you could stamp on here as well? Because it could be really cute. You could kind of piece it together, but it's not really designed for the floral, but I wanted to check that out. Okay, so now we have pieces. I'm gonna probably add my little honeycomb piece where it will open with this here. So we have our card base that has the scallop top. There's ink there. We have our hinged floral piece, which can go right along the top. We have our leafery. We have the back piece. So you can kind of get a feel. And then we have our ladybug over there as well. Just kind of showing you this roughly put together, kind of where we're going here. Okay, and then we have our adorable little ladybug, which we should just put that together real quick. Yes to the stripes. Zebra leaves, yes. Okay, so I have the piece cut out of watermelon cardstock. This is the overlay piece, and then I have the body cut out of mushroom. The mushroom is just a little bit, it's a dark gray. It's a nice neutral gray, but it could, I could put the lines on the stamen. Yes, I could. But it kind of keeps it from being like too harsh. Like the black might feel a little bit harsh on this really springy card, but it gives you some contrast without it like going too over the top, right? And then we have our little ladybug, which can go, I don't know where we'll put him yet, but he'll go on there somewhere. And the other thing I thought we could do is bring in this stripe stamp from the Silly Goose stamp set. Now, and then I'm thinking like sending you lots of love, or I don't know where this one's designed to go, quite honestly. Oh, it goes along the leaf. Ooh, I like that. It says, I love you and I like you. That's cute. Mushroom is a great option. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. So this is a very simple stripe stamp from that Silly Goose set. And I think it would be fun to just do like a little tone-on-tone stripe across the bottom of it. You can see it fits across the 4 1/4 card front very nicely. I'm gonna grab my Misty stamping tool for this. This is more than like a block job here. We gotta have the proper tools for this one. Maggie Blair says, okay, we won't announce it, but everybody look at Maggie's comment because that's hilarious. We're not even saying it out loud in case he's accidentally listening. Let me see where we're going with this to kind of make sure that we are where we want it to be. I might come down just a little and have it kind of go there. Should we come higher? Let me just see. I'm gonna just get a feel for where this is gonna land. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe come, yeah, no, right there, right there. We're gonna leave it there. Pick it up. Okay. Now we got this pulled up just a little bit, so we're gonna make sure that we're still, need to move over just a touch. Okay, yeah. We're good there. Okay, so sea glass. Maybe not. May have to do a Maggie, says Sherry. Yes, and you are among friends. Everybody is saying your secret's safe with us. So, okay, let's do this. I'm going to do this in white pigment ink. So let's do this in white and see if we like it. Ooh, I like that a lot. I need to re-ink and do it again, but I like that a lot. White's always just, especially for a springy card like this, I got some goobers on my stamp. For a springy card like this, the little white stripes are going to be, Catherine, Catodic Crafting says, Maggie, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I had to explain to my husband how companies have drops every month. He just rolled his eyes. That's awesome. Oh, you guys, I'm so happy about the white. I'm very happy about the white. That was a good choice, if I do say so myself. Okay, so now that we have some elements going, let's go ahead and add these pieces in here. So I'm going to take this, which is the watermelon. I'm going to use liquid glue. And I'm doing this. I don't always use liquid glue for stuff like this, but I want to wiggle it right into place and make sure that I have it exactly where I want it. So I'm going to give myself a little wiggle room, a little grace on this by using liquid glue. So we're going to take and we're going to line this up right along the top of those scallops. I'm going to slide it over as much as I can, but keep everything lined up and just make sure we're in good positioning here. So, oh, hold on. I don't want the white peeking out at the top, so just gotta scooch that over. Okay, so we have the watermelon piece. I try not to discuss the monthly options. I'm glad you guys like the stripes. I thought that was a fun way to bring in another set. Now, we could have done like this hill on the bottom for like a little grass hill, and maybe we still will, but maybe we won't. I had to have the kicker today from Starbucks. I don't drink Starbucks every day, but with the travel weekend that we had and getting back in last night well past my bedtime and then up again this morning for all the things, you know, my husband's back to school today and all that. We were actually really stressed out that we weren't going to make it back because the fog here has been horrible lately. Okay, we're going to go like this. Liquid glue on the front panel. And I'm going to wiggle this into the best position that I can. There's a teeny bit of white poking out there, but I'm going to try to get this up as much as possible. And I probably would have been better cutting both of these layers, like temporarily adhering the nectar onto the white and cutting the top of these both at once. Adriana said, this morning my hubby asked me out of the blue, any live streams today? He is probably wondering if packages will arrive soon. That is hilarious. Okay, so now we have that. Oh my gosh, this flower is stinking cute. Now here's what I want to do. I want this to open with the card so that you have a place to write this in. And it looks like this little guy here aligns perfectly with the center scallop. So we're going to just add some liquid glue to that, align it right behind the center scallop. Wouldn't that be just like Concord 9th to make it so easy for you? And then we can grab our leafery. You guys, we had none of this prepared. None of this, and we are blazing through this card. Okay, so let's do this. Let's figure out where they're gonna go before we start adding any adhesive. Just double checking, dry fitting things. I'm a big fan of the dry fit, which is when you lay your die cuts down before adding liquid glue to make sure that everything's where you think it should go. And then we're gonna take this, we're gonna line it up with the point of this leaf right here and do that. Okay, so now that we have that, it would be a cute place to like hide money too. So fun. Now if you want it, if this bothers you when you see that on the inside, you could cut another piece of nectar and sandwich it between. It will maybe mess with your hinge function a little bit, make it harder to close flat. So that's an option to consider. It doesn't bother me that you can see that yellow piece when you open it. I just, you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's do this right here. Okay. Oh, I love the stripes. I think it's just a fun addition to that. Now this will go at the bottom here. Do you see how it fills edge to edge this card so nicely? This will go at the top along that scallop border. We will have, those stripes are so subtle, but I like the white stripes are so subtle, but it's just a nice little touch. I think we'll do this somewhere in there. And let's figure out, I love this hello. I kind of wish there was a die for that. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the Christina Werner one word greetings dies, or tuck it between the white piece. Yes, you could have tucked it on the white, glued it on the white piece and glued the nectar over. Yes, Stephanie, totally. Hold on. I have some tape stuck to the packaging. I hate the tape. I really hate the tape. I know why they have to do it, but I hate it. It doesn't change the fact that I hate the tape. I'm just like you know? What if we did this and we had the hello from this, like that. Something like that. And then the ladybug brings good luck. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that like a thing? I didn't know that ladybugs supposedly bring good luck. I've heard that if it rains on your wedding day, that it brings good luck, or it's good luck for it to rain on your wedding day. Which it did rain on our wedding day. I think this fits better on this leaf over here. So I think I'll do it over there. Okay, so this is what we have to do. We have to figure out where we need to stamp this. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna leave this in here because that's how I roll sometimes. And we're just gonna flip this around and use the MISTI the other way, which is backwards from where I normally use it. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna place this into the corner. We're gonna get our leaf lined up here, and we're gonna find where we want our greeting to be stamped. Just like that. And we're gonna pick it up with our MISTI stamping tool. Hold on. You gotta look at my head for just a minute. Okay, MISTI stamping tool, just like that. This is not adhered down, so just so you know. I enjoy the construction of this card. Cute sentiments too. I love that too. And I'm going to tell you, it's super easy. It's 11:47. We didn't start till 11. I chatted for a few minutes, but look how far we are along. I had no prep work done. So this is a relatively easy card to put together and would be easy to do in multiples. It snowed on your wedding day. How cool is that? It was freezing on our wedding day. February 10th, 2021 is when we got married, 25 years ago tomorrow. Freezing cold and rain. Oh, that's so cute. I love you. And I like you. And it's stamped so well, but I got something right there. Okay, that's just a fuzzy. Thank goodness. Now, we could take this and we could make this just a panel. So it doesn't have to be an opening card so that you don't have to have two things that open. For now, I'm just going to leave it. And I think I will just add this on. Let's do liquid glue so I can slide it. Oh my, OMG, the white stripes are everything. Thank you. Thank you. I love the white stripes too. Just a fun little accent to give a little texture to the background. And when I saw that Silly Goose stamp set, the geese are so cute. I have to tell you, if you've watched my walkthrough video, I have not seen anything like that in the crafty world, the geese, but it is such a, it's a popular party theme right now. My niece just turned 2 in September, and she had a Silly Goose party for her 2-year-old, for my 2-year-old niece. It's my niece's baby, actually. So, and then we could pop this up, or I like this idea better. We may just grab and cut a couple layers of white cardstock to put behind. So we don't have the full weight of foam adhesive behind this, but we're going to get a little more dimension than what we have on the leaves. So I'm going to take and let's cut a hello as well and do this. I think the white will look beautiful on this. Oh yeah, Mrs. Whitlock said this would be great to do in different colors and make a gift set that has like 6 cards for the person to mail out. I agree, that would be fun. That's a great idea. Like a little boxed gift set of flower cards. Okay, this is from the Christina Werner collection for February. So this is a delicate little die cut, but I think it will be cute. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we need another. Is this a tulip? Did we decide? Is this a tulip, a buttercup? What kind of flower is this? Somebody who knows something about flowers, help me. What kind of flowers are we making? A lot of thought has gone into the sentiments for this release. Yes, it has. But you know, I feel honestly like Concord 9th always thinks through like how things coordinate, how things work together. I think they're very thoughtful and intentional with their releases. And that's one of the reasons why I think you all love them so much too. And they have unique items that come out of their collections. I would guess tulip, looks like a tulip. I would call it a tulip too. Everybody's saying tulip, okay. Fantastic. So I know a little something about that. Oh, I like that white, simple white sentiment. Okay, so now let's do the shadow layer in a vellum. I'm not convinced I'm going to use the shadow layer. I may just use the white on that just like that, but let's, and if I was really smart, I would have put some adhesive on the back of those white die cuts, but I'm not that smart. Think about things later. So we're gonna have to liquid glue those, but I'm not really worried about it. Okay, let's do this. We could have it on the vellum, but the thing is, like, we don't have to make a decision at this moment. The vellum looks really nice. Okay, let's set that aside and let's add the two cardstock layers that we just created to bring a little bit of dimension to this. So let's just put it, look, I got ink on the back of this. It's not gonna matter, you're not gonna see it. But let's just put it here on the back. We're gonna do one layer at a time because it looks like I might have to snip a little off of that edge where we have the fold or whatever, but we'll see. Just make sure that from the front, we have everything lined up. Okay, actually, I think we're pretty good there. Okay, one layer, and this is totally optional, but this is just gonna give it a little bit of lift higher than our leafery down here. Remember to thumbs up, says Christine T5. Thank you for that, I appreciate it. Don't forget too, we have a giveaway coming at the end of this live stream. So the more that you're chatting, the more entries you have into that giveaway. Okay, make sure everything's good and lined up. That's gonna give it some solidness on there. I love this. I love just I could have probably done the stripes another time and filled in the bottom of this more. Unfortunately, we have our leaves already adhered down. But I think if I was gonna do this again, I would stamp the stripes twice. I would go here and one above and create complete stripes. Dimension is life. Oh, Elle's here. Hi, Elle. Such a pretty card. Love this die. I'm so glad. I feel like the vellum elevates the card, says One Daisy. It does give it a little elevation, doesn't it? Okay, I'm putting foam adhesive on the back of my ladybug. And I think we'll put him right here. So cute. And let's go ahead and glue this down. Maybe tape runner for this. I don't know. Maybe I want the liquid glue. Like I said, big things like this, I don't normally use liquid glue, but I want to be able to place these scallops exactly where I want them. So I'm going to do this and do liquid glue. Okay. And let's do this. I'm going to look over it to make sure we're lined up. I'm going to open this up. Just looking at those scallops along the top to make sure that I'm happy with the way that it looks. And I'm going to do that. Love, love, love. And now we have this that opens. And we have this that opens. So we have two openings. Like I said, we could trim this into a panel if we want. And let's see if we like the vellum here. Oh, I love that simple white sentiment like that. Okay, definitely a tulip. Okay. Hi, Cordelia. Thanks for joining me. Definitely a tulip, says everybody. That's good news. I know a little more about flowers than I thought I did. Okay, so I'm doing little dots of liquid glue on the back of this There's a lot of ways that you can add liquid glue to these tiny little die cuts. And you can even like do a little blot job, just like a quick, to get too much of it off. Like, you know, if it's gonna squish out. And I'm gonna lay that down onto the vellum shadow layer. That's gonna be so cute on there. It could go here, but I like it along the bottom here. I like it along the curve of that. It's not the exact curve, but I think it's cute. Okay, let's do a second layer of this white cardstock. Well, I know the next card I will be making, says Cordelia. That's awesome. Thank you. And for those just joining, I do have links to everything I'm using in the YouTube description below. The new Concord 9th release is out today, so you can shop over there. This sentiment is actually from the Christina Werner release, so we're doing a little mix and match. We have a couple of the different sets represented here. So, and I will be creating with more of this throughout the month, so there will be more inspiration to be had. Okay. So now we have 2 layers of the white on top of the vellum. And then we'll do this. Gonna add some liquid glue on the back of the vellum behind where it will be hidden by the white cardstock. So just little drops of glue. I need to clean my tip. Let's do a little there and a little there and a little there. Now, when I'm doing things like this, when I'm putting the liquid glue on these tiny die cuts like this, I make sure that I hit the high points and the low points. I feel like that gives me good coverage. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, love it. It's gonna overlap just a touch here and here. Oh my goodness, so cute. I feel like I want to do a little bit. Do we want some glitter? I have some Stickles glitter glue. Let's put it, hold on. Just trust me when you want to get this started on like another piece of cardstock before it like explodes on your project. Let's do a little bit of Stickles on the tops of the stamen. Can you see it there? That little sparkle. And let's do on our ladybug a little bit of glossy accents. A perfect spring card. Somebody else just said glossy accents on the ladybug. I was already ahead of you. I had already thought that in my little brain. Let's see if my glossy accents is gonna work. Super thick. I need a new bottle. Okay, let's do it in the spots of the ladybug. Just to add a little gloss, a little dimension. It is like thick. Okay, that's cute. Love it. I always forget about my Stickles. I need to use those. Well, you know what happened was I opened my drawer to get my glossy accents and I saw the Stickles and I thought those could be fun too. Let's just add it all. All right, you guys. I think that's our card for the day. And record time. We're done in an hour and we did a lot to this. I mean, we did the blending on all the die cuts. I didn't start with anything to begin with. You know, nothing was pre-cut. Just my color palette was determined. Keep in mind, I could open this and slice it here to create just a panel where my only opening portion is the floral itself. but I think I'm gonna leave it for now. What would you do? Would you slice it and create like, would you create a panel, or would you leave it with both pieces opening? There's like this little, where I die cut the floral, there's like this little bit of white cardstock. That's no bueno right here. I'm just gonna trim off with my scissors to clean it up right there. That's better. All right. So much fun. That was so easy. Leave it, slice. I like both openings. I like the double opening. The ladybug is the cutest addition. I know. Isn't that a fun? And I mean, it's not like I thought of the ladybug. It was in the die set. So that's our friends at Concord 9th for us. I love, like I said, I think if I did this over, I would stamp more stripes down here. I'm so tempted to like try to do it, but I think I'm just gonna ruin the card at this point. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I can't believe that you did this in an hour, total professional. I think you could do it in an hour too. I totally do. If you know where you're going, like, you already know if you want to recreate this, like exactly where you're going. I think you could totally do this in an hour. It's not a hard card at all. It's just well-designed product, you know? So there we have it. All right, so maybe put the panel on an acetate card. That could be fun. The whole flower on an acetate card would be a lot of fun too, like this floral. So fun. Perfect as is. All right, so let's pick a winner, shall we? I want to thank you all for joining me. There's 147 of you here in the middle of the day on a Monday, so thanks for joining me. And if you're watching on the replay, I'm so happy you're here too. What I'm gonna do, I have a Concord 9th Plain Amazing bundle to give away today. It's the stamps and coordinating dies. I might even throw the enamel shapes in there with it. If you are out of the country, if you do not live in the United States and you win this, I'm going to send you a gift card instead. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to scroll up in the live chat. I'm going to pick a winner. While I'm doing that, you guys go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Are Christina's release one and done, says Mrs. Whitlock? I don't think so. I think they restock things, so I don't think you have to worry about that. Let me do this real quick. Close my eyes, scroll, scroll, scroll. I'm gonna stop, and we have H squared 435. H squared 435, you are the winner of the Plain Amazing Bundle from Concord 9th. Just email me, Carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com, to claim your prize. Let me know your address, where you're located, so that I can get this sent out to you. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget, if you're watching on the replay, I would totally love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know what you learned today. Let me know if you would cut this off and make it a panel, or if you like the double fold. I would love to hear that from you, so leave that there. You guys are the best. Seriously, this week is off to a huge start. If you follow me on Instagram, there's a link below in the YouTube description where you can follow me on Instagram. I have my live stream schedule for this week. It is full. I have a live stream that I'm doing on the Pink Fresh Studio YouTube channel tomorrow. I will be Wednesday. I don't think I have anything. Thursday, I'm teaching a private class over at Scrapbook and Cards Today. That is for their Let's Stamp Together subscribers. Friday, I will be going live here on this YouTube channel again at 1 p.m. Pacific time. That's my normal Friday live time. I'm back this week. I think the next 2 weeks I'll be live at 1 p.m. on Friday. But then also at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, I will be over on the Craft Roulette channel playing along with Mary Gunn over there and their Craft Roulette show. So you can catch me twice on Friday. And then, I don't know when I'm going to do this, but I have something to tell you guys. Oh, no, H squared 435 is here. I have ordered with my money, totally bought it myself, the hot foil machine for the Anna Griffin Empress. It was launched on HSN a couple weeks ago. I bought it with my own money and I want to try it. I want to unbox it and try it live with you guys. I just don't know when I'm going to do it. So I still have it in the box. Oh, H Squared already has this. Okay, I see why we're picking another winner. Yes, I will pick another winner. H Squared already has that set. So thank you, H Squared, for being so honest and wonderful and giving it back to the community. So I'm going to close my eyes and pick another winner. But as I was saying, I want to find a time for that live stream to do the hot foil situation and just try it live and let you know my honest comments. So the winner is Colleen Stats 48. Colleen Stats or Stotts? It's S-T-A-A-T-S. Colleen, you are the winner of the Plain Amazing Bundle. So you can email me at carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com and claim your prize. Let me know a good mailing address for you. And hopefully you all enjoyed being here. Hopefully you had a little joy in your life, a little light as a result of the community that we have here and crafting and chatting together. I hope you were inspired in some way, whether it was the color palette or just using your products in a different way. I hope you all enjoyed it. Question, could you please say where your schedule is again? It is in the stories on my Instagram account. So let's go to the overhead here. Let's do this. Hold on, let me start up my phone real quick. If you go on your, I don't know who this is, so I'm gonna do this real quick because my Instagram is pulling up. But along the top is where you will find people's stories, or you can go to their profile and find their stories. But if you click here, that will bring up my stories that I post. This is where you're gonna find me sharing a little bit more of my day-to-day life, but you'll see a graphic that looks like this, and this shows you my live stream schedule for the week, and that should pop up in your on your top bar where you see that. So anyway, that's where you can find my live stream schedule for the week. So thanks again for joining me here. I'm so glad you're all here. I'm going to let you go so you can enjoy your Monday. I'm going to head to the grocery store because we're just getting back into town and we are hungry people and we need some food. So I will see you tomorrow on the Pink Fresh Studio YouTube channel. I'll see you Friday here live at 1 p.m. I will have another fun live stream for you with some great inspiration. So, and in between, I'll see you on Instagram. So thanks again. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.